When did you realize your parents shouldn't have had kids? Growing up, my parents only rewarded me and my siblings for one thing, telling on each other. I was the youngest of 3 kids, always trying to prove myself worthy of their attention in a house where affection felt like a scarce commodity. My parents had this twisted game where they'd give us each $20 at the start of every month, crisp bills that felt like treasure in our small hands. But here's the catch. You could only keep it if nobody reported you doing anything wrong. The rules were simple but devastating. Any transgression, no matter how minor, meant forfeiting your allowance to whoever snitched first. Fighting over toys, money gone, staying up past bedtime, cash confiscated, even accidentally breaking something could cost you everything if a sibling witnessed it. At age 5, I watched my brother Danny lose his money because my sister Sarah told mom he'd eaten cookies before dinner. Danny stood in the kitchen doorway, chocolate chip still stuck to his teeth, his face crumpling as mom held out her hand expectantly. Sarah practically glowed with satisfaction as she tucked Danny's $20 into her Hello Kitty purse. And I made my first mental note about how this family really worked. The next week, I reported my sister for using bad words when she stubbed her toe. My heart pounded as I marched into Dad's study, my voice trembling with false innocence as I recounted every forbidden word. Suddenly, I was the favorite child for exactly 12 hours, basking in Dad's approval while Sarah shot daggers at me from across the dinner table. By age 8, I'd mastered the system like some sort of childhood sociopath. I started creating elaborate traps, leaving toys strategically placed in the hallway so my siblings would trip in the dark, then racing to tell Dad about their clumsiness. I learned to move like a ghost through our house, listening through walls, peeking around corners with the patience of a trained surveillance expert, documenting everything in a little spiral notebook I hid under my mattress. The worst part? I was good at it. Really good. While my siblings struggled to keep their allowances more than a week, I was stacking cash like some miniature mob accountant. I bought myself a game girl with my guilt money, comic books that I'd read alone in my room, candy bars that tasted like victory and shame mixed together. The atmosphere in our house grew toxic. Every conversation felt like a potential trap. We'd eye each other suspiciously during meals, wondering who was gathering intelligence. Simple childhood mistakes became high-stakes disasters. When I was 12, my sister stopped talking to me entirely. Complete radio silence. She'd look right through me as if I were invisible, communicating only through our parents when absolutely necessary. My brother would lock his bedroom door whenever I walked by. At 15, I finally understood what my parents had created. I wasn't their daughter anymore. I was their weapon, their informant, their system of control made flesh. They'd turned me into a spy in my own house, taught me that love was conditional and loyalty was for sale. When I turned 18, I moved out for college and didn't speak to my family for 6 months. Then my brother called me crying at 2 a.m., begging me to come home for Christmas. His voice was broken as he told me our sister had developed severe anxiety and couldn't sleep because she was convinced someone was always watching her. That's when I realized my parents hadn't just failed at raising kids. They'd systematically destroyed 3 children's ability to trust anyone, including each other. We weren't a family. I spent the next 2 years slowly rebuilding relationships with my siblings, but the damage was permanent.